Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have a brand new macaron flavor for you. I'll be sharing my sparkling wine and grape macarons. Going to add the sparkling wine into the almond wafers and then make a grape jelly filling. These are so fruity, fun, and delicious. I did a test run of this recipe a few weeks ago to share with my husband's coworkers, and they absolutely love them. Let me show you how to make these. I'm going to start things off with my meringue. Into my mixer bowl, I'm going to add 100 grams of egg whites. It's about 3 egg whites, and 50 grams of white granulated sugar. And I have these measurements in cups on my website. And then whisk the two together on high speed just until stiff peaks form. Once my egg whites reach the stiff peak stage, I'm going to pour in half a teaspoon of sparkling wine extract and add a few drops of gel food coloring. And give this one more mix for about 15 seconds. And on to the dry ingredients. I have 120 grams of almond flour. I'm going to drop that into a fine mesh strainer. And 200 grams of confectioner's sugar. And sifting the two is super important because you don't want any clumps in your cookies. And then transfer that meringue into the dry ingredients. Check out that purple color. It's going to be so bright and pretty. And then fold and mix the meringue into the dry ingredients. I like to scrape through the bottom of the bowl. Make sure you bring up all the dry ingredients and then kind of press the meringue against the sides of the mixing bowl to flatten it. And keep mixing and folding until your batter reaches lava stage. It should ribbon off of your spatula and then settle back down on itself within 15 seconds. And transfer this batter into a pastry bag tipped with a round tip. I've lined 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. You could also use silicone mats. And now it's time for the best part, piping the macarons out onto the paper. You want to create even-sized dollops. I'm going to give these pans a few hard taps against my work surface to release any trapped air bubbles. I'm going to allow these cookies to stand at room temperature for about an hour, allowing a thin shell to form on the outside of the cookie, and then bake them at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 18 minutes. And when the cookies come out of the oven, let them cool on the parchment paper for about 10-15 minutes, and then take them off and let them cool on a wire rack completely. Now this next step is optional, but if you want to add some sparkle to your cookies, you can purchase some edible pearl spray, and I'll include the link in the video description below for this, and then just spray it on the top. For my filling, I've softened half a cup of unsalted butter, and I'm just going to beat it with my hand mixer for a few minutes until it's light and fluffy. And add in some powdered sugar, about a cup and a half, depending on how thick you want your filling to be, and mix that in as well. I'm also going to add in a little bit of freshly squeezed lemon juice. It's just going to add a little bit of acidity and break down a little bit of that sweetness. And then add in 2 to 3 tablespoons of grape jelly. And mix that all in. And I like to leave my filling with a few larger chunks of that grape jelly. Just gives the filling a little bit more texture and substance, and it's going to taste so good in our macarons. And I've transferred my filling into a pastry bag. Today I'm using tip number 4 FT, and now I'm going to fill these cookies. Add a generous amount of that filling on top. And that's it for my sparkling wine grape macarons. Once you have the cookies assembled, you'll want to put them into an airtight container like this one and into the refrigerator. Let them mature for at least a day, but best for 2 to 3 days. And then when you're ready to enjoy them, just bring them out and let them warm up to room temperature. Now, time to enjoy all that hard work. These look so pretty. I absolutely love the iridescent pearl spray. This cookie is gonna put a smile on your face the moment you bite into it. It's so fun and fruity. Love the flavor of the grape jelly, the sparkling wine extract. That filling is so creamy and delicious, and it goes really well in a macaron cookie. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video recipe. This is the perfect cookie for the spring and summertime. It's gonna be perfect for Easter as well if you wanna give these a try. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video recipe, and I'll see you next time.